You are music. You are a song. But you aren't just a song. You are an entire score. You have swells and dips and even silences that rip the hearts out of everyone's chest. You are the quirky interlude between best friends. You are the warmth, the soul, the soundtrack of our lives. But you aren't just a score. You aren't just music. You aren't just a song. You are my score. You are my music. You are my song. You are the triumphant battle music when the war is won. Every time you push me to do something, I fear your tempo is the reason I am standing here. You are the composer, you are the conductor, but let me be the lyricist, because you have never needed words to make me feel wanted, to make me feel safe, to make me feel loved. And today is the day that I try to return the favor, because you have listened to every wrong note I ever sang about myself. You've watched every step out of time I took. You saw as the ink in my pen had dried until I had almost no words left to write, and you know how without my words, I don't feel alive. You are the one who brought me a new page and a new pen and told me to take my time as I scribbled line after line, and today I am here to tell you, your song is not over. The film is not done, and we need your score. We need the music of your laugh and the ringing bell that is your smile. And just like you brought me a new pen, in this moment I am trying to hand you a new baton. Because the music might be slow, but it's still there. It is a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But it isn't just a waltz. It is your waltz. It is our waltz. It is a heartbeat. But it isn't just a heartbeat. It is your heartbeat. It is our heartbeat. And all I ask is that you take these beats, measure for measure, step by step, and note by note with me. Because we will fumble and get out of time, but one day, the rhythm will be just fine. Thank you.
Living in the shadow, can you imagine what kind of life that is to live? In the shadows, people see you as happy and free because that's what you want them to see. Living two lives, happy, but not free. You live in the shadows for fear of someone hurting your family or the person you love. The world is changing. They say it's time to be free. But you live with the fear of just being me. Living in the shadow feels like the safe place to be. No harm for them, no harm for me. But life is short and it's time to be free. Love who you love because life isn't guaranteed. Smile.
When my brother passed away, I wasn't ready to give a speech. And so I read a poem at the service that didn't really mean much to me or to him. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to say something in front of everybody, because now everything that I write is a eulogy. I literally cannot write anything without it being a eulogy. I'll be writing something about my dog, and I'm like, oh, and then you died. And it doesn't, it's not. So I need to say something in front of everybody. So this is what I got. My brother was a very deep and broody guy. And it worked for him. Most of the one-on-one conversations that I ever had with him were about the existential dilemmas that we have, my generation and his generation have. He had so many ideas about what this was all about, where we go when we die, and who we were meant to be on this planet for this short time that we're here. And he believed in things and in people, and it's what made him happiest. And I think that's why he likes this place so much, and why I feel him here. Everyone is so full of belief here, and we jump over the barriers of our minds, and we push ourselves to believe harder and to accept harder and to love harder here more than any place I've ever been. I feel him in the walls, watching and guiding the young souls who come here, who just need help believing. My brother told me once that belief in any form is so powerful that it creates our reality and the next reality that we'll encounter. That believing in heaven or reincarnation is what makes it real. That particular belief of his gives me the most joy because he believed in everything, so he is everywhere. I urge you, all of you, to come here and find him when you need a light and when you need to believe. Thank you.
Thought I'd find the answer in a bottle, with smoke in my life. I've been walking for days now, I'm ready to run on my own, contemplating just what I've done wrong. And I realize that you were right there all along. When I felt like I can't go on, I could have just picked up the phone. You were right there all along. When it all seems so dark, you were there to turn on the light. Well, I guess I forgot who I am and what it's like. I'm starting to come to terms with just what I've done wrong. And I realize that you were right there all along. When I felt like I can't go on, I could have just picked up the phone. You were right there all along. I'm trying to get better. It may take some time, but the only way to beat this is you by my side. Yeah, with you by my side. Someone saying bye to LA, going back to where skies are gray, but the clouds start to break. When I forgive myself for my mistakes, I'm done with pain, I'm done with thinking, but where I went wrong, now that I realize that you were right there all along. I could have just picked up the phone. You were right there all along. Thank you very much.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we begin, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
We're gonna see him again, y'all. I believe that since I was a kid. That's why I wanted to just hum at least the chorus of this song.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It's come a long way from where we began, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. See you again. One more time. One more time now. smile through y'all. So everybody, thank you so much for this.
It's called Searching, a dedication to Sawyer. As we travel through this life, and we sometimes stop and wonder, what is the meaning of all of this? If we leave our loved ones somber, we search within to find the answers to all the questions left unclear. But it's in our peaceful silence when our loved one is standing there to guide us through our darkest hours and lift us when we fall, to be there every waking moment and give us strength when we call. Although your time with us was brief, memories of you will live forever. Such a precious gift to us on earth, an everlasting bond we'll treasure. It is then we see you winking, shining through a star so bright. Thank you.
I'd like to dedicate this piece to Sawyer and Maddie as well, because you were there for me during one of the hardest times of my life. I think I can do it. It's called It's Okay to Say. It felt like flying till it felt like falling, and I could see it all from the outside looking in. The tears feel like rain till they pour without reason, and the feelings hit like an avalanche bearing you under. People expect reason, because that is what they've been taught, but where there is pain, there isn't always a cause, and that breaks you. Your train of thought as you try to put the broken pieces of the puzzle together. Some days you won't be okay, and others just okay is as good as it gets. Days where breathing and smiling take effort. Days when getting out of bed is the accomplishment of your day. Let go of the heavy burden named expectation, and it will be easier to dig up the buried words you've been needing to say. I'm not okay.
My dad committed suicide when I was 8 years old, and it's never been easy to talk about it. But I want to share this story with you guys so we can all understand how valuable time is when we're here. So it's a letter from me to my dad. Bear with me. Leaving us without word, nothing left to say. Mom and me are never going to breathe that day. Something must have hurt so bad, and I simply turned my back. There's so many things I want to say, but it seems the right words I lack. I never got to say goodbye or tell you that I care. You must have felt so alone, desperate, hurt, and scared. I wonder why you felt so bad at your pain engulfed your life. I wonder if you thought of us, your daughter, your kids, and your wife. If I could go back in time and try to ease your pain, I would dry all your tears when it fell like rain. It must have been a place so dark that you could not see the light. But here I am, your pain I feel. I cry myself to sleep at night. So Daddy, please forgive me. I was only 8 at the time. I didn't realize how lucky I was that you were all mine. Thank you.
First thing I wanted to do was, I wanted to say this before I said anything else. thank you, all of you. Not just the people that I love and my family, but you guys. Like, I don't know if you really understand what this means to me as a mother. So I would like to say thank you so much for all being here and all the hard work. Oh my gosh, all the hard work that you guys put in today. I've never seen anything like it.
We love you, Mom.
I appreciate that, and I love all of you guys as well. And I feel a great fondness for this second home that Madeline has, or maybe really her first home more now, but so that's really important to me, is that you guys understand how much it means. This is not a day I dread. I don't dread this day anymore. This is a day where my son is honored and thought of and talked about, and it's okay. There's not any awkwardness around it, and that I can't put into words how much that helps me. So for that, I'm forever indebted, and this gift is just amazing. It's an amazing gift, and it's something that Sawyer would have really loved. For those of you that didn't get to know Sawyer, I'll tell you a little bit about him. And my perspective is completely different than Madeline. Let me just say that right off the bat. And Sullivan's too, and probably Mesa's as well. My perspective is from a place of the kid there was never a moment where he wasn't making me laugh. Sometimes to the point of frustration, because I just wanted him to be serious for a minute. Like, please, my goodness, would you stop? He was so funny, and there was much time where if they were awake, that they were all doing bits constantly. From the time they woke up in the morning until the time they crashed, it was all bits. So my life was movie lines, and everyone knew them. It wasn't just the twins. Madeline and I used to text back and forth just a random movie quote in the middle of the day, and then it just caught on, and it would just keep going. And it was always a bit. And there were times where I wanted to pull my hair out, because I'm like, guys, I'm trying to take a family picture. Can you guys stop with the bits? Tina and Cher was just like, yeah. See, she raised her hand. She's like, come on, y'all, stop. So, you know, he was just a really funny individual. And yes, he was very deep, but that wasn't as much what he shared with me. And that's okay, because I probably would have been very confused. But I liked the funny, and I liked the lightheartedness. And he has been with me the last couple of days, and he's been with me today, and he's made sure that we all know that. And I think that's really special, and he would be very proud of this, because that's something that I don't think anyone realizes. He loved acting. He just didn't want to do Hollywood acting. He didn't enjoy that. He didn't enjoy the auditioning. He didn't enjoy the politics. He would have loved this. He did this with Madeline, and when she was in college, Sullivan and Mesa, they all did a musical, and they loved it. They just had the most fun over their summer. So this would be something he would really love, and he would be very proud and honored that you're all here. But he would also be incredibly uncomfortable. He had so much social anxiety, he would have hated this. This day would have driven him crazy. So in a small way, it's kind of like getting back at you a little bit, because it has been insane. But it has been a pleasure to watch all of this. I mean, when we came in here, this place was, wow. We didn't know that it was going to come together in a day, but you guys really busted your butts. And downstairs looks amazing too. So really, the most important thing to me is that we're all here together today, and to honor him and have this gift be a place for other people. And I can see from everyone that has spoken. It already is. And that is, wow, I wasn't prepared for that. So I want to thank you all again. Please, thank you so much. Thank you.
I couldn't really say much on, even right now, for me, it's incredibly difficult to just muster any of my words at the moment. But when I first met Sawyer, I finally felt like I could feel like myself, like I could make a friend, I could socialize. And for the longest time in my life, Sawyer was the first person that I met that finally got me out of that place. And the family afterwards that welcomed me into their lives have actually changed me for so many things. And it's so difficult for me to process even till today, and I don't think I could process it. Even in the day that I die, I'm so hurt. And I'm so sorry for the family and everybody that's connected and all the lives that are connected, because honestly, I was in the same place as Sawyer way before I realized that he was in the same place as I was. And I was weak and hurting, and I couldn't figure out a way to reach out to him. Sorry. But Sawyer meant so much to me, and he helped me be more of an independent person, more of a person that I could be more comfortable with. He saw something in me that no one else actually saw or noticed. And for someone like myself who is just, I don't socialize, I'm very introverted, and I just kind of isolate. That's just my go-to thing. It's just, it was amazing. It was like a miracle being noticed by somebody that was as kind as Sawyer was. And the first time we hung out, like really hung out, in high school, I remember him mentioning to Liz, and Liz mentioned back and said, you know, make sure you keep an eye on Daryl. He can't be drinking, you know, because the Bubs, and I think Sawyer made sure that their mom would acknowledge, would know me, and would, I can't even like say the words, but it just felt like I had a different family. I felt like I had a new family and a new beginning. And just Sawyer was just such a cool person. He reached out to anybody that showed that wanted help or wanted to, you know, talk to. And I've never in my life have felt this emotional for somebody that I never thought I could. You know, a friend, a son, a brother, and he's just. I know we all are thinking about him and miss him, but I just wish that Sawyer at least could see how all of us, how we're all here for him right now, and how much he's impacted us, because we all go through things, and I think now anyone here cannot deny that. I love you, Sawyer, and I love everybody that's here. You guys are all awesome. I'm glad I get to be here.
All right. As you all know, know, we are on the campus of St. Matt's Lutheran Church. And they're our friends and neighbors now. We're so happy to be here. And we're delighted that Pastor Stephanie and Leon and Kim from the church are here to join us and celebrate with us. And Pastor Stephanie, we'd love if you would just offer a brief blessing. And then we'll have the Prince and Princess of Rock come up and close us out. And then we'll go eat because dinner's here.
When I hear you speak of Loft, when I hear you speak of Sawyer and the love and the creativity and the light and the playfulness and the joy and the deep concerns and questions, I'm sitting here thinking, are you talking about Loft and Sawyer and your experience, or are you talking about St. Matt's? St. Matthew's is not your kind of your average church. We are 50% LGBTQ. We are hearing and deaf. We are rich and poor. We do a lot of arts. We do a lot of music. And we do a lot in the community. We're really committed to social justice. And we host the only drop-in access center for persons experiencing homelessness in this part of the San Fernando Valley. We do that twice a week. So as I hear you, I want to say, most of all, welcome, and how thrilled we are that you are here incarnating the values that we all share, just in different ways. And I also just want to lift up something that Maddie discovered today, and I didn't even think about it. This space that you're in now and that is now dedicated to Sawyer was actually a chapel that had been named after a young woman who passed away way before her time. So this place was Fraser Chapel. It is not Fraser Chapel anymore. It is now Sawyer's Playhouse. It has a new life, a new incarnation, just a new future. And we just rejoice in that. So I just wanted to share with you that you've sort of reincarnated a space that is meant for youth and life and joy and creativity, and how excited we are. So I just call upon all divine spirits to bless this place with laughter and joy, deep thoughts, creativity. Break open the questions, pose them, break them open, explore them with every ounce of creativity that you possess. Because anything less is not worth it. So that's the blessing today.
Love another person is to see the face of God. And I think throughout this entire day, I've seen the face of God in all of you. I'm just blown away by the support that you've had for this family and for Maddie, and just the love that's present in this room. So, thank you.
Adam and I have played for Sawyer before, and I remember that on that day, it was such a dichotomy because we played, and then that night we played at a comedy club. Life doesn't stop, and I hope that this place will be someplace that the living and everyone here enjoys it, and it means a lot to all of them.
But this is the last song that we played at the last place, the downtown Loft, the last thing Sean and I did at that downtown space, and we figured this would be a good thing to do for the first thing here. So here we go.
I see trees green, red roses too, and I see them bloom from me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. of wine, and a bright blessed day, and I don't sleep at night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of those people going by. And I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? But they're really saying, and I love you. I hear those babies crying, and I watch them grow. They amount much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. No, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you, everybody.
So for me, the best part, one of the best parts about marrying my wife was, you know, meeting the genies. This is my club wife and my other husband. So for me, you know, I just have a lot of memories. Just a lot of memories of Sawyer. I got a lot of memories of Sullivan. You know, I remember being at the Long Beach Grand Prix and hugging him and telling him I love him. And I should have did this at the funeral, but I just couldn't do it. And that was the last time I saw him. So for me, you know, and I still have the stupid little plaque that says "Run, fucking Forrest, run," that we stole from the Forrest Gump thing. You know, and I remember everything vividly from the day. You know, and for me, you know, fuck, I can't remember your husband's name.
Sean?
You know, and he said, life doesn't stop. For me, at that moment, life stopped. And I saw people's life stop. And I saw families' life stop. And then our life stopped so we could be there because we needed to be. And, you know, and we've just been through so much, and I just wanted to say thank you guys. You know, I wanted my kids to see me talk, 'cause you should. You know, I'm trying to be a tough guy right now. But I've been crying for like 45 fucking minutes back there. You know, so, you know, I just can't. For me, I always told my wife that I always thought I was something more. I needed to do something more for the kids, for the community, for just whatever. And, you know, I'm proud of you guys for doing this. I tried to do something and it didn't work. And I'm really glad that you guys have this, and it you know, inspires people when people get to get their voices out and get to do what they love to do without being judged. You know, I mean, I didn't have that when I was growing up, but, you know, I went through 3 dads, and I was judged, but just not by other people. So, you know, I just want to tell you guys I love you, and I should have did this back then. And I'm sorry, but I'm doing it now.
Stacy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, boy. Improv.
dinner, I promise. Mesa, Sullivan, Emma, Juliana, Elliot, Jameson. This place is your place. You are always welcome here, anytime for any reason. This place will always be your place, okay? You just let us know. We pick you up. We bring you over. And you don't have to paint things or anything. But Sawyer's Playhouse is your place too, okay? So anytime you need some place to be, anytime any of you need some place to be, this is your place. Because what is this place?
Sawyer's Playhouse!
Go downstairs and eat some food. We love you.